Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show. Happy Wednesday. Hi, everybody. It's actually Tipsy Wednesday. We didn't have a show yesterday, so Tipsy Tuesday becomes a Tipsy Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Say hello to Mr. HP running the show here with me.
Hi,
we
everybody.
are, we're kind of fresh back from
We're not fresh, but we're
QuiltCon.
back.
No, we are back. Yeah, we are not fresh. Very far from it. But thank you, everybody, for being with us. If you're watching us on YouTube and haven't done so yet, click on that subscribe button. We met a lot of new people in Phoenix at QuiltCon, so hopefully we have some new viewers here with us today. So say hello in the comments. Tell us where you're tuning in from.
Yeah.
And then if you're on Facebook, same thing. You can like our page. And then, of course, we love some thumbs up and hearts throughout the show. Ask questions because we have a giveaway question at the end of the show. So stick around to be able to win a $25 gift card. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So we are a little tired.
Oh, boy.
I flew in after midnight last night, and Mr. HP arrived this morning after driving the trailer back to Minneapolis. And so it's been a little rough day, I have to say.
I've been in a lot of states the last couple of days.
You have been. You've kind of gone through the whole center of the country,
Yeah.
So that's
nice.
nice. Now, let's just start because we have lots to share. We want to share a lot from QuiltCon, but let's start by announcing our winner from last week, from our last show. Well, it was the day before we left for QuiltCon. I asked you, what is your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
Drum roll.
And our winner is Mary Ellen Ruther. Congratulations. Her favorite is Pinterest. Scrolling. That is one of those things that just take your mind away, doesn't it? So congratulations. Just send us an email to help@GEQuiltDesigns, Mary Ellen, and we will get you that gift card right away. So before we dive into the tip of the day, we want to talk a little bit about QuiltCon. We arrived on Wednesday late, so we missed the setup for the booth. Oops.
Oopsie.
But our team did a great job. So Mr. GP drove the trailer down and helped set up the booth. And then we were like passing ships. We didn't even see him because he was asleep when we arrived. And then when we woke up, he was out the door and flying back home.
Yeah.
But our team that was there for the show in the booth, here we are. We had Mr. KP and Kara, Nancy, and then, of course, the two of us. And then we had one of our certified instructors, Rachel. She was helping out and demoing in our booth, demoing the rulers, talking to people, and it was fantastic. So it was a great time, great time. So I did a little slideshow.
Okay.
I did a little slideshow. These are the photos that I took, which I'm terrible at taking pictures, but I always set aside a little time, usually in the morning when nobody's there, to walk the actual quilt show and take photos of all the quilts that catch my eye for different types of reasons. So no rhyme or reason, and I apologize, I didn't take photos of the tag that hangs with the quilt, so I can't tell you by whom it is, but it's just look at it as a little bit of a glimpse of all the gorgeous quilts hanging in the show. Some really fun quilts, weren't they? You maybe saw the Grand Champion quilt by Verushka, the Dignity statue. What was really cool about it, it was the same image on the front, and then the backing was seeing the statue from the back. It was incredible. But really always great inspiration, really fun to see, you know, people's take on things. So I love watching the show. Walking the show, I should say. Walking the show. Yeah. But then you walked kind of the vendor part of the show, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a whole 30-minute segment, but I'm not going to show all 30 minutes.
Yeah, all 30 minutes. Are you going to post the whole 30 minutes on
Maybe I'll
YouTube?
put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Put it on the channel.
Yeah, but did you edit something little?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, great. Let's take a look.
All right, let's do it. All right, folks, Mr. HP here. Starting out, I'm going to take you through QuiltCon 2025. For those of you that, sorry, couldn't make it, let me just give you a quick little walkthrough. All right, let's go. Oh, this is backwards. Sorry, it's backwards. Let me do this for you. Hold on. All right, well, how's that? All right, let's do a little walkthrough. Let's go. Look at this. I think this is first place right here. Oh. Look who's here.
Hi. Now, this lovely lady got to interview me. I'm going to interview her now.
Okay.
So we haven't seen each other in person. It's the first time. So tell everybody that is watching who you are and what you do.
I am Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts, and I have a YouTube channel. And I interviewed this lovely person last year.
Yes, yes. And it was so fun.
It was fun.
Yes. Now, you do interviews a lot, right?
I try to do 2 every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, I'm always searching out people with interesting stories, because the wonderful thing about quilting is there's so many different ways to approach it.
Exactly.
And we can still be friends, and we can still like each other's work and do it totally differently.
Exactly. My favorite word, you do you.
Yep, you do
and
you.
We can all do it together.
Yep.
Love it. So how long have you been doing this?
I started YouTube back in 2018, and it really picked up in 2018, and I've never looked back. Like I'm always surprised that some days I think, oh, I have no idea what I'm going to do, and then I'll have 10 ideas. Like the ideas for videos never ever goes away. It's just
That's awesome.
so much to do, and so many people are wanting to learn, so that's also great.
Exactly. I love it. Check our YouTube channel out.
Just Get It Done
Especially
Quilts.
this one certain interview. No.
Hi, I'm Chantelle from Linda's. Yeah.
What does Linda's do? Tell us about Linda's.
So Linda's does a lot actually. We're like a full-blown quilting store. We have wide backs. We have standard wide fabrics. We also have, we started creating we have our own batting. It's called Linda's Deluxe.
Awesome.
It's a 60% cotton, 40% polyester. We also have Ease Thread, which is a thread lubricant. So if you have broken or dried out thread, you can use that and it brings it back to life. We have we have the batting shears. We also have the Corey hook and snips. But Corey is not here right now.
And we can find you where online?
At lindas.com.
Okay.
And we have a store in McKinney, Texas.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Chris Hansen, Modern American Vintage. I make handcrafted quilting notions out of exotic hardwoods. All the woods are completely naturally colored, no stain or paint or dye in any of the woods, and you can actually make the entire color wheel naturally out of woods, all primary and secondary colors, and I just think that's amazing. So what better way to utilize those amazing colors and to put awesome stuff for quilters. You know?
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at everything.
from Cherrywood Fabrics up in Brainerd, Minnesota. And happy to be here at QuiltCon with Gudrun.
My friend.
Good old Minnesotans. Yeah, so we have the Poppy Cherrywood Challenge in our booth this year so that people can see it. And this is just a small fraction of them. There's 225 traveling all over the country. So it's been a Cherrywood Challenge. This is our 10th year of doing the challenge, and this year's theme is Abyss, Creatures from the Deep. So we have these really dark, deep, cool ocean colors, and then you also get a few little sprinkles of bright colors for like iridescence and all the strange creatures from the deep. And the fabric comes in a fat quarter bundle or a half yard bundle. So if you don't want to run out, a lot of people like to get the big bundle. All the rules are tucked inside the bundle, and you have until May 15th to make a 20-inch square quilt. It's coming up quick, but it's only 20-inch square, so it's small. You can do any technique you want, any embellishing, and then take a photo, upload it to our website, and we will pick 225 quilts to travel. So it'll be a lot of fun, and we hope you take the deep dive into the abyss.
And she colored her hair the same color as the...
Yes,
That
so
is
this
so
year
fun.
I am teal for the abyss.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we got Cherrywood Fabrics at GE.
Yes.
Well, hello. I am Patty Meyer, the owner of Casey Maker Studio, and a huge fan of Gudrun Stripology. We love to teach stripology in our shop. We are a big modern shop in Kansas City area. So if you're in the Kansas City Metro, come see us. We have 13,000 square feet with over 15,000 bolts of fabric, all modern. So we don't dip into anything else. We stick true to our roots of modern, lots of bag making, and amazing quilts. So come out and see us.
And she's a stripologist.
Yes, I'm a stripologist.
I'm Holly, a Knight of String and Story, and it's my job to guide you to quilt with confidence. So we have a lovely brick and mortar store in downtown Duluth, Georgia, but even more than that, I love being able to meet you virtually in your sewing room to help you finish your quilts with free motion quilting and ruler quilting. We are so tight. My name is Ashley. I do customer service and the shipping back home, and I also come to the trade shows. We have all things magnetic. We started with a magnetic sewing pin. Anywhere that you would use a pin, you can use that. We also came out with our magnetic cutting system. It's pretty great because it's going to keep your ruler from slipping and you don't have to put so much pressure down. So we have boosters, we have magnets inside of the rulers. You can use them with other templates or patterns. We have a smaller mat, an 11-inch rotating mat, and then we just launched the 24 by 42 mat as well.
I am Walter Bravo from Art Gallery Fabrics, AGF, the best fabric in the market.
I'm Robin Pickens, and I'm a super Gudrun fan.
Oh, I'm a super Robin fan. Okay, so she designs the best fabric.
Yes.
And now you got cross stitch and stuff.
I get cross stitch and stuff too. So I design for Moda, and I do quilt patterns as well. And yes, the cross stitch is kind of a new thing that I've been doing. So I've been translating some of the quilt patterns that I do also, or some designs. Like this is based off my beanstalk quilt. That's based off my Towards the Sun quilt. I've done some to go with my Super Bloom line that are more like the flowers and the wildflowers. And so I'm trying to kind of mix them in there, and it's really fun. And also bring some of the fabrics into the finishing. So even something like the Queen Bee, where you have the quilt blocks around the finishing, trying to kind of bring the two worlds together. So, and yeah, doing a lot of thatched quilts. We've got some kits and got new stickers for the show. all kinds of stuff. Really excited. Finally, I got my Gathering Wildflowers pattern. This is coming out with Super Bloom, which ships in April.
Yep, we
So,
got it coming.
yay! Thank you so much. So I did get the pattern done, and although I don't have the fabric to share with people, I thought, you know, at least I can bring a little bit of it. But it's been a really fun show.
Okay, that wasn't all of them, but that was a good selection. Beautiful quilts. You gotta come next time. See you later. Mr. HP from QuiltCon 2025.
That was fun.
Hey,
It was fun running into people.
glad I can show everybody the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Makes you kind of feel like you were there.
Yeah.
Now, I stayed back in Phoenix to teach a Stripology certification course for future certified instructors. So this is our group of exciting instructors to be.
Awesome.
Coming
That's
soon.
exciting.
Yeah. Very fun. Now, let's talk about the quilts behind us. Mine is actually not a quilt yet. It's just some blocks on a wall, but it is Gigi.
Blocks
I'm
on the
working
wall.
on Gigi out of the Melrose bundle. I really love how it's coming together. I love that polka dot in there. And behind you, what do you have? You have Winnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Winnie behind you. Very nice. But I think everybody's waiting for the tip of the day, because today is finally time for our first block in the Dangerous Block of the Month. Of course, this is our free block of the month, our scrap buster. So it's time to dig into your stash or scraps, and find enough to make the first Dangerous Block, dedicated to Nancy Drew. Let's take a look. Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs, home of the Stripology Ruler. The Dangerous Block of the Month was inspired by my love for scraps, and in particular, using them up and making something beautiful. Also, I love listening to mystery books when I sew. So let's dive into this block of the month. To honor my love for female detective characters, I decided to name the blocks of the Dangerous Block of the Month after some of my favorites. Nancy Drew was my first introduction to that type of a character, and I'm sure that many of you can relate to that. First off, make sure you get your pattern printed for the first block. These will be added to your account on GE Quilt Designs every month. So make sure, if you haven't done so yet, go to gequiltdesigns.com and purchase the free pattern. It is of no cost, but then you can download it every month. So one thing I wanted to point out as far as our cutting instructions, since this is written for a scrap project, I have two versions of the background cutting, and you only choose one. If you're using a single background for all of your blocks, make sure you use this part. If you want to do a scrappy background, here are just all the pieces so you can cut from your scraps. I have went ahead with our background fabric is to mark the pieces for our units with the letters of the alphabet. So our backgrounds are going to be numbered or named A, B, C, D, E. And then we go into cutting our scraps. And the fabrics are actually A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So just so you know, so there's no confusion, I went ahead and each piece each size that you cut from those scrappy fabrics, I marked them with numbers. So for example, for fabric A, you cut a 3.5 inch square. That'll be piece number 1 or unit number 1. And for 2.5 2-inch squares, and that'll be number 2. So I like to have a highlighter and mark all those pieces as I'm cutting them from my scraps. You'll notice fabric D, E, F, and G. You're cutting the same sizes from each of the colors, so those are going to be numbered the same all the way through. So I had all of my pieces cut, and then I used my organizing clips and stickers, as you can see here in my photo before I started. And so that really helps you stay organized and everything in the right place as you work your way through the pattern. Flipping to page 2 of the pattern, you will see here an overall view of the block with the letters of the actual fabrics where they get placed in the block. And then as we go through the steps, I'm referring to the background pieces A through E, and then also the numbered pieces. So let's start with our first part of the block, and that is the 4 blocks that are here in the corner, sub blocks. And for this one, we're going to be making strip sets from our 7-inch long pieces, 1.5 by 7-inch long pieces, and we're going to be doing one from each of the 4 colors, fabrics D through G. And for this one, I like to just make them all. You can then utilize the Stripology ruler. I love to use my mini for this project because they're smaller pieces. And then you want to subcut these into 1.5-inch increments. If you have multiples, I like to stack them up, and then I would do 2 on top of each other, nesting the seams, and do 2 stacks. So then you can subcut them all at the same time into 1.5. So I'm just following my stars here on the bottom of the ruler. So that way I don't have to do any math. I'm just following the stars. And you're going to need to get 4 pieces from each of the colors. And so once you have that, you're ready to move on to step 2 through 5 to assemble this part of the blocks. And they're all going to be assembled the same, just depending on which color it is. So it'll start here in step 2 with one of these units that you cut from step 1. We're also going to be using a C rectangle from the background, piece that next to it, and then a number 7 square from one of the fabrics. So mine are green, it's red in the pattern, and you're going to be making 2 of each of those assortments. Step 3 is going to be using 2 of the subcut pieces, and we're going to sew them together like this, and then we're going to add a fabric D, or not a fabric D, sorry, a D background square on the end, and make sure you press according to the arrows. The third part of the block in step 4 is using a rectangle from the same fabric that is throughout here, and then we're adding a D square from the background to the end, and we're making 2 of these, 2, 1, and 2. And so as we assemble the block, it goes together somewhat like this. Obviously the seams are going to be together, so it's going to fit better together. We have this one in the middle, and then these 2 repeat on the other side. And make sure you follow the pressing instructions down here. Now, as you move through the pattern, on the next page, there will be more of the strip piecing, the short units, and subcutting. Make sure you utilize the Stripology rulers, whether that's the mini or the larger ones. And so down through step 6 through 8, you are making the units that look like this, exactly like this. Remember, my red is actually green in my quilt. And of course, the block that we did first is going to look like this. And then we go through step 9. We are making the outer border part. So you're going to piece 2 units that end up looking like this, and 2 for the other 2 sides, looking like that. And then the last page will take you through assembling it all. We're going to assemble it in 3 rows. So as I will be putting together my quilt, let's just have fun in putting that together. I will be using this on the sides. And then I have part of this done. The center, that is where you add that large square, 3.5-inch square in the middle. And I have marked that here. That's your fabric A number 1 piece. And then you just keep building this out. I will have to make my last piece here, and then we add our borders. And there it is, our block, first block in the Dangerous Block of the Month. Here, my version is going to have the same background. I'm using all Tilda fabrics, but here is Jody's version using a black background, single background, and she's playing with 4 different colorways from our monthly Color Club subscription club. And there it is. This is block 1, named after Nancy Drew, of course, the heroine, detective, young detective in the famous books. So fun to see your comments that some of you have read all of the Nancy Drew books. But I finished my block. So my dangerous block is I'm using my Tilda scraps, and I really love how it's turning out. So this is the first one. So just set it aside, and then we will always do a new block every month. This question was, do we need to purchase every month? No, you do not need to purchase every month. We will just add each month's block into the same product. And so you don't have to worry about it. You just go to My Downloadable Files in your account, click on Dangerous, and then every month right after the show, so you should be getting this shortly into your account. Just hold off and watch the show first. It'll be there once the show is over. And then after the show, like I said, you go to the Dangerous, and so every month there will be a new PDF that you can print out. Do you have a picture using a scrappy background? So my original quilt, so if you see that first sheet that you got with the original quilts, for both of those quilts, I used a scrappy background. But I pretty much used one background for each block. It was just easier for me. But each one has a different background, just slightly. They're all light backgrounds, so they kind of, maybe you can't notice it. But we don't have a digital image of a scrappy background, but that's very easy to, very, very easy to do. So I would say if you're going to do a scrappy background, just make sure that you still have contrast between the other colors and your background, because all of this little piecing, you want to be able to see it, right? So super fun. Yeah, will I use the same colors for every block? No, I have a bunch of Tilda scraps, so I'm just pulling whatever I have, just trying to play with the colors. So, I mean, they're all going to they're all coming from the same direction, and so I'm just excited to see how it turns out. So these, most of these, I think, are from her Sanctuary line. I do have some Creating Memories scraps as well, so it's all going to get mixed in. Most of Tilda's fabrics really work well together anyway, so they're all going to have that same feel. But of course, you can be as scrappy as you want to be. You can be as excited as you want to be. Of course, you saw the block that Jody is making with the dark background, and she's just using 4 Color Club packs. So it's just going to be 4 colors, but different fabrics. Always using those combinations. So it'll be fun to see the difference. Any other questions, just let us know, post it in the comments, and I will try and answer them all. So somebody asked, why dangerous? Well, it's just kind of fun because, you know, when you start working with your scraps, it's dangerous. When your scraps get out of hand, it's kind of dangerous. So that was the fun of it. And then pairing it with, of course, my favorite mystery detectives that work at such a dangerous task.
Whoa.
Of course. Fictionally.
Makes it fun.
Really fun. Yes, makes it fun. We're all about fun here at GE. But I wanted to remind you last week, on our show, we launched 2 great programs. Our new subscription, our fabric subscription club. I'm telling you, I've been talking for 7 days straight. It's hard to talk now. Is Goodies Little Bundle Club. So you can learn all about this one. This is a bi-monthly subscription. So every 2 months, you get a pack of beautiful fabrics. This is each piece is 6 by 21 inches approximately. So this is what I use. This is our version, I want to say, of a charm pack, but you can do so many more things with it. And of course, the fabric is going to be a surprise. This is not the first fabric you get. It's going to be a surprise. The first shipment is April. This sold out over the weekend, but we were able to add a few more spots. So if you're still hoping to get into Little Bundle Club, each club will come with a little instruction or information sheet that will give you some ideas for coordinating fabrics to use for backgrounds and bindings and borders and backings. And also we will always have 2 projects made up from the actual fabric. So you have a photo of one of our little patterns and then one other pattern. And in this case, we just made this one up in the fresh cut topper, which is a quilt as you go. So it's really fun to see the actual fabrics made up. We give you some quilting ideas. And then of course, every month you'll get a little coupon. Now, this is just a sample sheet. Remember that. This is just a sample sheet. It will be a little bit different for that first shipment, which will ship on April 1st. So when you join, you pay your monthly package fee, which is a great discounted price for subscribers. It's $14.95 for the pack, which is great. And then plus shipping. So this comes to you every other month, starting on April 1st. And then we'll have June, August, and so on and so forth. Okay. Do you know how much background we need? So when you purchase the Dangerous pattern, that you will get first a PDF with the introduction. There is yardage there. If you want to use a single fabric for background, there's a yardage sheet there. It will give you that. If you want to use a scrappy, it's approximately 1/3 of a yard or less for each block. And it's 9 blocks. And then we have 2 finishing options, which will have a little bit more than that. But the total yardage will include everything.
It's sold out.
Little Goodies Bundle Club, it should not be sold out. Should not be. Well, just hold on. I'll fix it if it is. We'll fix it in the mix. I love it. Now, the other program is not a subscription. It is a club, just like our Quickies club. So this is a pattern and video club. And it kind of correlates with the Little Bundle Club if you are interested in both. So this will be a brand new little pattern every other month as well. It will be listed on the 10th of each month, bi-monthly. And so this will be a great way to learn how to use your mini Stripology rulers, the 2 minis. And so we will be working on a brand new pattern. You get the pattern. Of course, it's downloadable. So digital delivery for everything. You'll have a video class showing you how to do everything step by step. I'll take you through all the steps and you own those videos forever. We are offering one discounted price for the whole year, which is 6 patterns, 6 video classes, and released every 2 months. So this is also a program we're working with our Stripology shop partners, so brick and mortar shops. If you want to actually go and take a physical class, in-person class, you can look out for our Stripology shop partners on our website under Stripology Community. They'll list all of our shops that are active and running, up and running, and you can see if there's one close by. But this one is available now. It is going to be really fun. Our first project that we're going to do in April is called Little Inga. This was also a pattern that we did during our Stripology Retreat last year, but all of the other ones they're brand new and they've never been published before, and they won't be published as an individual pattern by us as a printed pattern until later. The partner shops will have those printed patterns available exclusively for a little while. So the only way to get them is through the club. Now, once each club pattern releases as a video class, you will also be able to buy them individually. So if you want to pick and choose, you can just wait for that release and buy the video class with a pattern individually from us too. So just know that. All right. Let's move on to some fabric.
Sounds good to me.
Any questions? Do you see any questions about
No question.
bundle club or pattern club? No?
Can the
Good.
bundle be placed in a fab box?
The bundle club, so we can't do, because all our subscriptions run automatically. It's separate from other orders. So we can, let me ask about that. I'm not sure about the fab boxes. I know that you can pick them up. You will just have to email us and let us know that you always want to pick up your or you want to pick up your subscription, and you have to let us know each time before we run it, okay? Because it automatically runs through. All right, well, let's take a look at some fabric. I am so excited about this fun line here. It's like a little beachy. It's called Sandsational. Sandsational.
Sensational.
And it's a fun little line from 3 Wishes. The designer is Michael Moon. And it's just, I think it's just 9 pieces. And 3 Wishes has really great priced fabric. And I just love this one. It's been a while since we've gotten some beachy stuff. So ocean themed, really fun colors. I love the teal and the turquoise with the blues and the coral. So then the next print is a beautiful coral pattern print. Kind of a graphic, I want to say, geometric print here. A little bit almost like a diamonds on point. So kind of would work as a plaid. And then we have some fun fish on this turquoise background. I love the lime green in here. So cute and festive. And then we have the coral on this beautiful blue background. We have another blue with all these tiny little fish. So cute. I really love this because this is kind of how the little fish swim in like big swaths. We have some jellyfish. That one is super cool on a white background. And starfish. Beautiful golds and lime greens. And then we have some turtles. Look at these. Look at these. They're really fun. I love the patterns on them. So beautiful colors. And last but not least, seahorses. I just love the colors, love the playfulness and the novelty, but still kind of classy. So what a fun way to play with that theme, ocean theme. So my fabric pull, of course, pulling out those beautiful colors, and you can add in, we started with thatched in the surf color. This is a newer thatched color. And if you don't know, thatched is designed by Robin Pickens and comes out with new colors all the time. Grunge in pool. So this is also a new grunge color. It has that turquoise or aqua color and then a little bit of lime green. So it works perfectly with these. I added some more coral because there's only this one print. So thatched in the peach, another thatched, beautiful color. And then a little bit darker because there are some darker hues. This is grunge mango. So another great color, just a little darker to play with. We have some beautiful deep blues. Grunge Surf the Web, another brand new grunge color, nice bright blue. Love that one. And then I decided to pull a glazed denim. So this one is nice and bright blue. One of our very new popular basics, Glaze by Andover. So then I pulled some light colors to mix in with these lights. The best one is Bumbleberries White. So it's not pure white, a little bit off white. So this one works well. And then I also love Grunge Snow White because it has a little bit of that light mint green that plays very well with all the greens in here. And for all the beautiful lime greens, had to add some green dreams in the chartreuse. And then a little bit more subtle is spotted pistachio. So this is Sandsational by Michael Moon for 3 wishes.
I like to make a Ariel.
Oh yeah, that would be a pretty Ariel quilt.
Ariel or Ariel?
Ariel, or you want to say Ariel.
Ariel.
I think this would make a good Gigi too.
Oh yeah.
This one takes you right to the beach, doesn't it? Well, I have something else that is very, very different. Industrial Imprints. This one. How cool is this? So this is by Robert Kaufman, Leslie Tucker Jenison. So very artsy, very graffiti. We've had lots of her lines before with similar style. So I love these colors and brand new versions of these prints. We'll start with this one. So very reminiscent of Tim Holtz and Seth Epter, but bigger, bolder. I think a little bit more grungier prints. Love this color. And then we have a little bit lighter, a little bit of peach in here. So each texture is just so unique. So wherever you cut from your fabric, you're gonna get a different fun texture. So really love it. Going into some golds. This is a really cool texture with a really dark one and the really lights and just these like droplets coming through. Reminds me of cork. Kind of like a cork texture. And bringing in just a little hint of pink in this one. As you can see, very cool. And I love just those darker spots in there to play with. We have this fabric that has the most white in it, but look at these big circles, almost like they got stamped on it. Beautiful lime green coming through with the golds. And then we have some more lime green. Love this one. Another kind of a stamped pattern. We have a unique one that has fun texture here, like you just scraped the paint away. So cool. Bringing in a little bit of blue. And then we have some more blue here. Similar texture we saw here in the gold, with the white coming through, but a little bit of that beautiful lime green.
I like this combination of colors.
I know, it's so fun. It's so cool. So here we have another print with smaller circles and a lot of the white, different turquoise and blues, and a little bit of green showing through.
Can you make an Astrid with this?
Astrid would be cool. Actually, a Frankie would be cool. It has a very similar feel that to the Frankie the fabrics that I use for Frankie. I love this really nice, deep, bright blue. The texture, again, those little, like they're little droplets. And then we have the two darkest. We have the dark blue with a little bit of black in it, and then also some green.
Love that color.
Mm-hmm.
Combination.
And then our last print here, the darkest has kind of ties it together. It goes from the darker blacks and then ties it in with the warm reds here. So I love that connection and a connector, so they all just work so well together.
Oh yeah.
This is so fun. This reminds me, so we had a line by Leslie Tucker Jenison when we did our retreat 2 or 3 years ago when we did Jewel. And so one of the fabrics, it was much lighter. It was almost pastel colors. And so this would make an awesome Jewel, make a really cool Frankie or Gigi, anything. But I pulled some fabrics that would be great for kind of calmer if you wanted to calm things down. We have Deco Stitch in the Bourgogne for those deep reds, and Shadow Play and the Tibetan Red. This was a Color Club fabric. Then we have some of the golds. I love this peachy one, Grunge, and the Papaya is a perfect match with this middle tone of fabrics. A little bit of wheat, chalk and charcoal in the wheat for that gold. It's perfect. I love the texture of chalk and charcoal. It mixes well with it. Glaze in the Limelight. Love this color, and what a perfect match for the lime green. And then we have a little darker green for the dark greens. This is Grunge and the Holly. For the blues, starting with some of those turquoise, color wash, scribble, teal. This texture also mixes great with this. It would just look like it was a part of it. And then a little bit deeper is Grunge Horizon Blue for a deeper blue. I wanted to throw in a bright blue, so I brought in Dreams in the bright blue for just that little bit of brightness. And then also needed a dark navy blue, Grunge in the Nocturne. Has a little bit of a teal undertone. And then I just threw in a black, and I think this texture works really well. This is our Dimples and the Charcoal, so not a pure black, but it mixes well in here if you wanted to add a little black. This is a great choice. Now, if you were to need accent color or a background color, I would probably go with something gray, because that's going to stand out. All the fabric is going to stand out from the gray, and this is a great tone. The Grunge Smoke has a little bluish hue to it, so these blues are going to be really great on it. And then also the warmer tones are going to pull out some of the warmer tones of the texture in this grunge. So Grunge Smoke is a great option for accent or background. This is Industrial Imprints by Leslie Tucker Jenison for Robert Kaufman. Oh yeah, that'd be cool with a background. Anything. So that is what we have for you today. That's our show, but we have finishing off with our giveaway question. So all you got to do is answer this question in the comments, and you're automatically entered into the giveaway for our gift card of $25. We'll announce the winner next week on our show. What's your question, Mr. HP? It's kind of a fun one.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A long arm quilter.
And let's see if that came true or not. I wanted to be a doctor. Very into my, I would say late teens. I was on my way to med school, but things changed. Here we are. What did you want to be?
A drummer.
A drummer? Oh, so it came true. So you were banging on pots and pans.
I didn't care if I was broke or not. Play drums and dance.
There it is. And that. Yeah. Tell us in the comments, what was your dream growing up? And tell us if you are actually doing that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear, I promise you, it did not enter my mind as a kid that I wanted to be a quilter. at all. But, doctor, I would have to stitch some stuff.
Nice.
Who knows? But our next show will be, of course, we have tomorrow morning. No, that was this morning.
Yeah.
That was this morning. One-Eared Wednesday was this morning. I hope you all had watched One-Eared Wednesday. But tomorrow we have Perfect Pair. Perfect Pair is tomorrow morning. Yay. So 9:30 a.m. Nancy and Kara will have a great show for you. And then we will be back this Friday, February 28th. So last show of February will be this coming Friday at 12 p.m. Central.
February's gone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
February's gone. And then, of course, our Tipsy Tuesday, next Tipsy Tuesday will be Tuesday, March 4th at 4 p.m. Central. And we have, One-Eared Wednesday following that. So it's a big show week this weekend next.
When is the next So Great?
So Great Saturday is March 8th. Yeah, So Great Saturday is March 8th. So that'll be also next week.
Wowza.
Lots going on.
It's awesome.
Lots going on. But that's our show for today. Thank you all for being a part of it and watching. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Step into the groove. It's the place to stay. GE Designs got the Stripology way. Quilting with the beat. You feel that heat. We're the rulers of the strips. Every inch so neat. Lay your fabric here. Lay it right here. Cut it right there. Cut it right there. Precision in the rhythm can't help but stand. From morning to night we could and we can. Every quilt a masterpiece. Nothing can compare. Home of the Stripology. Feel that vibe. GE Designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right. Quilters paradise, sewing in the moonlight. Measure once, cut twice. That's the funky rule. Stripology magic, yeah. It's hella cool. Turn that fabric loose, make it strut and stroll. We're jamming with the quilts in control. Oh, everybody now. Lift up those strips. Feel the stripology. Adding flair to your life. From edge to edge. We groove through the night. Sew it up, show it off with a glorious sight. Home of the Stripology. Feel that vibe. GE Designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right. Quilters